means forever, ever, or never mind. Oh,
All right. Welcome back, even though it's not really welcome back. All right, let me just explain. So, as a host, when I host all these series, I actually think it would be a fun thing where I actually talk about my hardcores and survivors. So we're going to get into that. Jupiter is going to be sort of like my co-host this series. He's going to be helping me out because he records and is just a general really great guy. Sting is one of the players who also played in the season. He's going to be like our guest star tonight. So Sting, say hi.
No.
Jupiter, I guess since he also played in the season, will be answering the same questions because, they both played. And yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, we're not going to talk about who ended up surviving or dying. We are going to talk about statistics, though. So obviously the Wither killed the most players, but let's talk about what also killed a lot of players this season, which, like what killed the most players, there was a murder within the own group. It always seems to happen. A lot of people fell to their death this season. 2 people actually fell to their death this season. One person died to a phantom.
2 people to Withers.
And a notable thing is we have our first death to a pigman. So that's a first.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad, not gonna lie. But anyways,
How does that?
I mean, literally, you just don't hit them and then you're okay. But yeah, all right.
5.
One job.
Exactly.
Anyways, but rip the players, which is everyone who couldn't make it. Yeah, so going off of the first one, which is Corsi Blue, started off we'll talk about the deaths actually as the season. I think we'll talk about this. Okay, this will be more organized in future episodes. Okay, don't. All right. So
you always gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's kind of just go through the setup first. So what was the Jupiter? What was it like to hear when the season was basically going to be about darkness and it was going to be about powerful mobs and just what was that aspect? What were you feeling?
I was excited, man, especially like when I heard about the cast. I was like, bro, there are so many people that I would love to work with in this season, which I did. And like the mobs was awesome. I enjoyed them. Like they're pretty great. And the theme for the darkness, I enjoyed it. Like I never seen anything like that. And that what really made it very interesting. I believe Stain can agree with me. That was pretty awesome. Like,
yeah.
What was your thoughts, Stain?
I'm just like, I think the coolest part was how it was like dark the whole game, and if you wanted to turn day, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We didn't see that obviously.
We were going to do it where if they survived the season, then they would, it would become, daytime.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the video and why. Yeah. We'll get to that part later. Anyways, but despite there was actually sort of a thing that occurred in the season, which was, let's talk about the plot of the season, because there almost seems, the one thing I always like about hardcores is that there's no plot planned. The people make the plot,
Mm-hmm.
And this season was no exception. Oh my God, was it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get through it. So, for the first of all, some new records were set for this season, as there was the most survival rate we've ever had into a season, up there to being over an hour and a half before the first death. So good job to you guys. That's actually very impressive.
Kenry broke it.
Kenry broke it, though. At an hour and 43, Kenry died to a phantom. Rip them. Rip them. And after that, I didn't keep... even after that, though, but then something was developing throughout all of that, which we're going to talk about it. Throughout the season, there was 2 different, I'd say, groups. There was the people who mined, and then Sting, what was kind of like the thing that you guys were doing?
I think you could describe them as we kind of just like, we mined too at the very start. Went to the
Actually, I think everyone was mining in the beginning, but eventually they broke off into 2 different kind of groups.
I think they were like kind of like the productive and then kind of the, what's it called? Like the people who wanted to get things done fast, and then the people who kind of wanted to take it slower and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody said that there was players who were doing stuff and that there weren't. As a host, and I'm going to hear you guys' perspectives, but as a host watching it, it definitely was not that. There was work on both sides. It was just both teams wanted to go at 2 different times. Now, usually what happens is that they just go at different times, and it all works out. However, this season there's problems arising. A lot of people. It all started with a beautiful player that came back to us hardcore, and honestly, I do really like this guy, Big T. Oh my
Big
god,
T.
this. So Big T was actually someone who played in my past hardcores, played in the OG season 1. Props out to him. He actually made it all the way to the final 3. He did a really good job. I'm not gonna break it from him. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact they need to go that night, he probably actually could have had a chance to go to finals. So yeah, good to him. But the problem was that there was a lot of people who, and Sting can talk about this here in a bit, but there seemed to be like a group of people who just did not like Big T, you know? Like they just did not like Big T. Sting, do you know about that?
Yeah, so basically, Slinger is like, he like didn't like Big T. He was like, Big T's like going crazy and stuff. They didn't like how he had full diamond so fast, and how they had like a lot of diamond tools. People thought like, you know, he was using X-ray or something like that. There's just like a lot of things that went against him.
Also, I can confirm after the season's done, he was not X-raying anyway. He actually was just using really good mining methods. You know, people don't seem to understand that. Whatever, it's done. But so what happened is that since they had all their diamonds inside one of the chests, so Slinger and a couple others decided to just raid the place and just take the diamonds. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, at least in the sense that everyone's working as a group. But Slinger didn't treat it as everybody gets diamonds. He treated it as his side got diamonds, which it all went kind of downhill from there, you know? Because it really wasn't his distribute, and it kind of... Then to make matters worse, what happened? Did like Slinger then like frame it on him afterwards?
Yeah. We framed it on Big T. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Me and Slinger, we had like a one-on-one discussion about, do we want to start a war or do we not? And we were like, all right, the only way that we can get out of this is frame Big T, and then get a mutual and get like the whole group to dislike Big T, or else it'd be their group versus our group. But
so this is also where I'm going to bring up a fail, which I'm not proud of this moment. But I broke one of my own rules and spawned some very powerful creepers, and it killed a bunch of people. We ended up spawning those people back in because of the whole momentum of the season. But as all this was unfolding, Doc accidentally hit Nat, one of the players of the season, and got killed by Nat.
Yeah.
Really the only people who died to the Civil War was Doc. So, rip Doc, actually, she didn't deserve that death. Let's all be real.
I'll say this, the tension was very high.
Yeah, no. Even after the Civil War was, quote, done, there were still high tensions, you know? For the most part...
Really?
But, as the season was unfolding, some more deaths happened, and another big focal point was there was a returning player who came back, Peter, who had, up to this point, never died in a hardcore. Season 3 and 4 he played in, never died. And for the first time in a hardcore, during the Nether fights, there was a lot of powerful Nether mobs that the six players were fighting, and both Brephix and
he was being way too risky.
Yeah, they were being risky, but they died on an edge of a bridge, being overwhelmed by 3 overpowered withers. Again, rip to them. They played a really great season, but they were being really risky though. Yeah, honestly, probably actually would have been pretty cool to bring on for an interview too. Hey, next time. Anyway, so. Then after that, they kind of came back to the overworld. Not a lot of other eventful things happened. Just again, Six Finger went into the Nether. Six Finger died in the Nether. Then Atlantic went to the Nether. Actually, didn't die and got a Wither Skull. Jupiter died in the overworld. And how did you die, Jupe? I was actually wondering about that.
What happened was me and SWAT was in the caves. We were mining for ores and stuff. We ran into this mine shop, okay? In my mind, I was like, SWAT, this is our chance to look for melons right here. We get these melons, that's health pots for the group. And it was like, okay, that'll work. We went into mines. Next thing you know, like all the air was searched, but like we saw the cave spider spawner, and we wanted to go past the spawner so we can like check around that area, see if we can find another chest. We found like one chest before, but didn't have any. So our idea was to like me for the jump down there break the spawner real quick,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna continue searching. But when I jumped down, I landed on a freaking cobweb, and there was like 3 cave spiders. They ran at me. They took a bite off of me. I was like, "Fuck!" And like, I started taking bullets.
Demonetized now. So we probably weren't even getting money for the first place, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe we can bleep that out. You know, never know.
Just have like an ear screeching like "rah" over it.
Like a dolphin. Censored. All right. Let you know, like after we killed those 3 spiders, like I was like down to 2 hearts.
From our perspective, it kind of was bad. Like it looked bad because when Slinger, who was it? And then Jaden and Nat were all in the Nether, and then like like we were like struggling and stuff, and then we see people like dying in caves and then like dying to pigment and stuff. That's what really made kind of not necessarily me, but like the rest of my group kind of think that they were like weaker and stuff like that, and that's why when they came back, Slinger really got like on about like them about how they're not doing stuff like that. That's when like the real big things. What's that?
What is up with Slinger actually? Like he was pretty.
He just didn't like how you guys. He just like, thought you guys weren't doing anything.
It just seems like whenever I've seen Slinger playing hardcore, he's actually a very good player. He actually has really great survival skills. My simple thing is that he has a horrible time having social skills in seasons. And for some players, like I think Delhi is a great example in Season 6, who also had pretty bad social skills. He actually can make up for it because he had amazing survival skills. However, Slinger has pretty good survival skills, which does not cut for the wither fight. Let's just be real here.
Yeah.
Main thing I noticed that you guys messed up on, and you guys will notice in the video, which we'll talk about, was there's 3 reasons why the fight kind of went horribly wrong. First of all,
water.
In the original fight, we put water down, and the reason why we did that, I don't know why we actually did that. I think it was so we could stop the wither from destroying the walls effectively, which does help. The problem was we made the moats too big, and it was too small of an area. So that was problem number 1.
Yeah, I picked up on that pretty fast.
Yeah. The second problem we had was also picking up of sort of like what we're saying in number 1, which was the area was way too small. It was just like some of those blocks that we could have used. It probably would have worked a lot better if we would have like double or tripled the area.
The obsidian house kind of got in the way.
Yeah, is number 3. The obsidian house got in the way. So in general, and one other thing would probably be is that they also didn't grab healing pots. I personally think if they would have had these things, I think this fight would have actually went a lot better. I still think people would have died, but
I think an overarching problem is the communication and teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think when I was trying to explain things about like how to make the walls and stuff like that, because I have some experience, they were just like they wouldn't listen. They would just like blow me off. And it's like if you really wanted to win, then like that kind of leads to the obsidian house. It leads to the water. It leads to just people not rushing the wither at the right time. Because there were people that were sitting back when it was very low on health. Yeah. And if everybody went in at once, it could have gone a lot better.
And to be completely honest, looking at that fight, if the obsidian house wasn't there, or any of these 3 factors weren't playing, if you guys would have had potions, or the obsidian house wasn't there, I would have argued that at least 1 player would have survived.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can all agree with that. At least 1 or 2 would have survived. But because of these factors playing into the fight, and you'll see that in the video, in a moment Jupiter will play that, and for the people who pressed the timestamp because they didn't want to wait. Here you are. Congratulations. Screw you. Anyways, just so we're clear, the players in this fight will be Atlantic Justice, Sting, to the right. Wait, no, yeah. I don't know. Wait, it's the left of me. Look, the point is he's here. Swapback, both Jaden and Slinger, and Natalie. So Jupiter will play that.
All right.
Why are you
drink the potions. Drink the potions. Yeah, why are you doing this?
Oh my gosh.
What the frick?
Don't drink the strength yet. Don't drink the strength.
Don't drink it yet.
So,
Don't drink it yet.
When are we? Tell me when to drink strength.
everyone
Please.
back up. It's just gonna start moving.
It's just
Oh, yeah,
strength,
it's gonna
Mason.
explode.
It's just strength 1. It's nothing.
Why did you spawn it
Alright,
backwards? Wait, did we drink the strength
Yeah,
yet?
the strength.
Not yet.
Yes.
Oh, I already drank it.
Because you can't hit it yet. You have to bow first.
Oh.
The bow counts. Right?
Well,
No,
Really?
bow and shoot not count.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my
Well,
God.
it's 8 minutes.
Oh, it's going after me.
Are we going first? Is that what
Yeah.
we're
Yes, bow is
Bro.
first.
It's on me. It's on me.
Alright.
Well, just keep running in a circle.
can't get the same hole together.
It's me.
Oh my god.
No, it's not. Hey, where
Almost
did it go?
halfway. Almost halfway.
I'm dead.
I'm dead, I think.
I'm dead, yeah.
Get it.
Trying, but
You
y'all
guys
are
need like regenerate or something?
Yeah, I'm splashing.
Where are you, Mason?
Uh-oh, it's on me.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, Mason! I was about to splash you.
Ocean's not really helping right now.
Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna do. And this water is
I'm
really
gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Hey, get me.
honestly.
Sit.
Don't? Okay.
I'm getting it.
Alright, yeah.
Shoot it.
Don't bring it
I'm
towards
shooting
me.
it.
I got it. It's in the second phase.
Okay, it's in second phase. Hit it.
I'm gonna
I
die.
can't shoot it.
No!
I think I'm gonna die.
Hit it with your
I can't-
fingers. Am I the only one that doesn't have wither effect?
I have
No, I hit
it.
it with my
Okay, I'm coming to hit it.
I think I'm gonna die.
Here's the thing. Can you move your potion?
I did.
Thank you.
I'm at half.
I'm gonna die.
Hit it. Just turn around and hit it.
Keep hitting it. Just go
Yeah,
after
keep
it.
hitting it.
You guys
It's
are gonna
almost
die. Just
done.
hit it. Just hit
It's
it.
almost done. Just kidding.
Oh my. It's chasing me. You gotta
Okay, well, I'm gonna die now.
I'm stuck.
Moving in.
Hold up.
Natalie, it's almost dead. Natalie.
Rush it.
Natalie. I swear to God.
Finish
you're
it,
gonna
finish
kill me.
it.
Can't get it. I'm gonna die. Literally, I have.
Natalie, you have to hit it like 3 times.
You have to.
I can't. No.
Oh my God.
All right, welcome back. You just watched that, and yeah, it was. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, as you can see, what we were talking about played into effect, and they didn't survive. We're going to talk about some overarching things, but for some of you who I know are just going to like log off the video now, I guess just do that. We're going to talk about a couple of the other things about the season, which was the Civil War a little bit more in depthly. We're going to talk about the two different sides and kind of what was going on. So, Sting,
Yeah.
question for you. What was your... Do you believe they were actually being lazy, or was that more of like the others?
I didn't. The way it looked really bad, but I didn't think that you guys were being lazy. It just looked bad how when we came back with like diamonds and like 2 wither skulls, you guys still had iron on. It looked bad. I'll say that, but I think Slinger was the way he confronted it was really bad because what it did was make a larger like split between the 2 groups when we were trying to unite at the time.
I think and also another problem, and this is my point, which I heard this from the messages, is that, and I'm just saying this because I think it's an interesting point, not trying to rub either of you the wrong way, you know?
Okay.
But I'm going to say it. If there was a lazy group, how come one group had to steal diamonds from the other?
Yeah.
Just going to say that right now. Just going to say it, you know? Let's be real here. Those weren't your guys' diamonds. I mean, I guess it's the group's diamonds, but it was kind of used in a selfish manner, I guess. I still think there was better ways to handle the whole thing.
Then you guys threatened to kill us. Like, what the crap?
That whole snenario.
I thought it was funny. I was just saying. All I was saying was I said I'm gonna give you an ultimatum. If you let us kill Big T, then we'll let you be. If you don't, then we'll cause havoc. Stuff like that.
So what were you guys going?
Like, we didn't even have time to talk about it. It's like, I feel like it was gonna be a fight for sure.
Mhm.
I did not want to be in it. I saw they pretty much used all our diamonds. They were pretty decked out. They had diamond chest plate. They had freaking bows, diamond swords. I'm like, guys, I don't know what we should do here. Like, I'm confused. Then Breakfast joined the call. He's like, if anything, don't worry, I got your back. And like, as we're talking, I was like, I noticed freaking three creepers in the hole, and I was like,
Oh my god, I remember that.
I type in chat creepers. Then they started coming up. So the only thing I did the smartest thing I could do and back up towards the back of the room, and I just saw creeper just exploded out, and I was like at 1 heart.
I was sad about that too
I
because
was
like
almost not going to fix that, but if it wasn't for the fact that keeping it busy was AFK, I would have, because if he wasn't AFK, I would have probably kept that right there. That would have been official.
I was upset. The only reason I was upset is because I really wanted to see a fight, and that kind of ruined the fight.
Mm-hmm. But still, I was going to keep that, but leave it to someone going AFK and then basically being like, that's unfair, and yeah. Which also, I swear to God, I need to stop listening to you guys when you guys complain that's unfair, because I should just, I don't know, that's annoying. But it was a little bit unfair, but still.
I thought it was cheeky. It was a little bit
But
unfair.
either way, it was gonna be a bloodbath if that didn't happen though.
If that didn't happen, yeah.
That saved everyone, to be honest.
Well, Civil War still did take an effect on one person, which we talked about this, which was Doc. Again, rip them.
And Big T.
And Big T.
When Big T died, all the tension stopped.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, honestly, it did feel like there was an unwarranted amount of hate towards Big T. You know, it was like
he was framed after all. He was innocent the whole time.
He was framed.
And we knew you guys took it too. That was the thing. We just realized like we were talking about.
Yeah, I figured that you guys were just playing dumb because you guys didn't want to confront people with full diamond.
It was like,
anyways, yeah. So let's just go over it quickly.
Jupiter
go as follow. Corsi was killed by a phantom. Doc was murdered by Natalie. Big T fell to his death in the Nether, which was also kind of a suicide. We're all pretty sure of it.
Yeah.
Keeping it busy and Brephix both died in like the same 3 seconds on the Nether Bridge against a crowd of wither skeletons. Six Finger died to a pigman. Jupiter fell to his death in the. At least he said he fell to his death. I don't know how exactly he died. Atlantic died first during the wither fight. Again, we don't need to talk about those. You guys literally just watched the video. But yeah, out of the 3 seasons of wither fighting I've seen, I'd rank it in the middle. I think it wasn't a worse run. I think they were very close. I don't think it was as bad as the pathetic example of Season 5. Gotta be honest. Sting can at least own that.
What about Season 5?
Season 5's wither fight.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Like, no, cut the camera. No, I'm joking. But, anyways, but yeah, for that, this one wasn't the worst. But if you still look at the Season 2 fight, you can definitely see there's a clear difference, you know, in how things were handled.
It was planned out way better.
Mm-hmm.
I can compare them.
And that's just due to experience.
So what I can ultimately say is if you ever plan on playing in a hardcore and you have to complete the Wither season, here's what the advice I could give you. 1, I know it's something you don't like to do, and if you're a, low attention span child like we are, then you're probably not going to want to do this, but take a decent amount of time mining and just prepare. It's just a good idea, Number 2, do the wall thing, but if you see during the video we just watched, don't make it that big. It was kind of unnecessary.
Or small.
Yeah, or don't make it too small either. The wither will be able to escape then. 3, make a bigger area. That's a 1 thing.
Yeah.
4, if you can, find any way to distract the wither during the fight. Personally, I think what we did was very smart, which is we had horses, so the wither was both focused on us and the horses, which distrained, it kind of helped because I think that the wither wasn't fully attacking us, Let's see. Other advice I could probably give is get healing pots. Definitely that. And ultimately, have a good communication system and make sure it's clear on what you're doing.
There was not any communication during that.
Mm-hmm.
Mason wasn't very vocal either.
Anyways, if you like these, videos, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Juke will be the one recording these and putting these on here. So I hope. Also, we will put my Discord link down below, so if you do want to join for Survivor Hardcore, just join down below. And yeah, I think nothing else to say other than have a good day, night, whichever time you are, and yeah, or I guess just have a good day. Yeah. Any last words before we turn it off?
Have a good communication.
And we'll be doing more of these, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully don't get canceled.
I don't know if Sting's coming back, but maybe.
Maybe if I win a Survivor.
Maybe you'll become my other co-host. We'll just start adding co-hosts.
Yeah.
Have all the Nether Brick be co-hosts and then the Quartz guest star.
Maybe, yeah. All right. So anyways, you guys all have a good day, though, and all right.